Gladiators going for the base and nothing to be done to stop them. But nonetheless, some highlights for them in that game one, and reason to believe that they should be able to bring another pretty good fight to Gaimin Gladiators here in this game too.
No, absolutely. I mean, that last game, it just quick decision making right at the end from Gaimin could have definitely gone Entity's way. So yeah, definitely think with order for retreat. It's a very fight heavy draft that I think Entity's actually put themselves up for. But Gaimin definitely also has good responses, especially versus Sven. They have heavily tried to counterpick and address this. Cold Embrace, they've got Guardian Angel, they've got Wind Run coming out from this Wind Ranger, so really looking to hamper this first pick, Sven. Let's see how it ends up going. There are also tons of, so much back and forth from these two teams because they play versus each other so much in these pubs and everything. Marine's like, oh, you pick Wind Ranger, I guess you were scared of my Huskar. So, some fun stuff. Let's see how these lanes go. I think, like the panel was mentioning, I'm going to be looking at these two side lanes quite a lot. This Viper, let's see how much he's going to be able to do to pressure this Gyro with Kataomi. And let's see how this Sven lane goes versus the Omni, because as they said, the Omni fares pretty well, actually, versus it. If you look at the damage that this hero does, it's quite high.
Let's see how much pressure Ace is able to put on in that lane.
Yeah, what's the cooldown? I mean, the cooldown now in Arctic Burn is also ridiculous. I was hearing them bring it up. I actually didn't really glance at it. It's 12 seconds reduced at level 1. That is substantial.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Right, that is actually
you
pretty
got
huge.
every wave right, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you did before, but you had to use it like early. Now it's like you always have it every single wave, and maybe even before, like more than that. So mid lane, a nice first two creeps there from Malrine, 2 and 2.
I mean, how's this matchup go? Wind Ranger versus the Void Spirit. I feel like we haven't seen that in a while.
That's actually, I think Malrine should be able to do pretty fine, but the harassment can build up.
Amar, he knows how to find these first bloods. He gets it again this game.
Tag team, baby. This looks like a really strong lane. Very scary one, even for the Gyrocopter. Could just constantly die. We'll see how Seleri's going to be able to slow that down. Yeah, I feel like they should be able to apply more pressure onto DyrachYO than they're going to be able to apply onto Watson up in the top lane. But let's see, though, at the same time, because maybe underestimating a bit of the power of this Winter Wyvern. Well, Malrine, a great job getting these last hits, but he is taking quite a bit of beating of harassment.
Has to be careful, especially once that. If Quinn gets the extra level in the power shot.
Nicely done. Malrine's very comfortable on this. He only missed a little bit of CS. A very good first few waves. Bottle's going to be finished up, so he should have a very hot start. And oh my god, it's constantly up. I feel like I just heard him use this a couple seconds ago.
Now, how come we've not been seeing more Wyvern, do you feel? Like, what does this hero not have that other supports do right now? What's the downside to the Wyvern?
His laning has always just been a little bit weird, but he's gotten so many buffs now that maybe it's something people are just overlooking. He's literally got every single spell buffed, except for his ultimate, which got nerfed, of course. Sure. I think that's the one that really hurt him, is everyone was playing it as like, you curse somebody, you have this physical damage. Now it's this magical damage on curse, but all three of his other abilities got buffed.
And I imagine as well, I guess with sort of the way patches have gone and the fact that it's not always been a hero that's been in a strong spot, there's probably quite a few support players in these teams that just haven't really played Wyvern right.
Yeah, but definitely feels like it could be popular, or it could be really strong right now versus these super strong physical cores that we're seeing, the PAs, the Svens and stuff like that, even the Beastmaster, these auras, so maybe we will see more. Maybe just also some of these other fort positions are just too damn strong that sometimes you don't want to go for this. We're seeing like these Shadow Demons and Willows, but maybe we'll see more. And so far, yeah, DyrachYO eating a little bit more pressure. Good glimpse. Embrace.
See if they can chase him down afterwards. They've got the stun into the kinetic field control. Getting blocked off by the creeps. Fishman.
A couple more hits.
tOfu hide in the trees. He's trying his best to juke. We'll get another hit off with the Arctic Burn, but will indeed go down. Fishman able to finish him off. Glimpses back Ace. Ace should be able to chase with the hammer.
Does he get the connect with the heal? Doesn't look like he can.
He's getting away. Fishman gets the kill and gets out.
All three lanes looking good right now. For the side of, I keep almost saying like Quest and all these other, because they have like 4 different tags on their damn names.
It was, I think some of them are tagged up still. What is it?
Namiga. Yeah.
Obviously they've got the creep wave. There's the guild that they're in.
It's got like 5 different.
They got all the teams on their side here.
5 different teams or something on their names right now. Getting a little bit complicated, but yeah, all 3 lanes looking hot. Malrine definitely holding his own in this mid matchup versus Quinn. 22-6 to the 17-1. The harassment actually not able there to pressure Quinn, and he gets a D ward with his own sentry. So that's actually going to push him to hitting level 6 quite a bit before Quinn. And that's definitely kill potential. It's the one thing about this Astral Step that's always going to be nice versus the Wind Ranger, is just being able to clear him out during it.
And it's not an easy game for them to catch a Void Spirit, right?
Limited disable. Maybe we'll see some itemization, perhaps, to be able to give some extra catch. And we'll see what Quinn actually goes for, because I think for me, this hero was super hot when Atos, right? When Atos was the thing that you build on this Wind Ranger and the stats that you get from it. Curious what the build is going to be if he does go for something a little bit different, if it's just going to be like the Maelstrom and stuff like that. Because the Atos now is not something you want to buy in these universals, usually. Doesn't give you much of anything.
And what are we going to see sort of from the build from Ace on this offlane only? Are you just getting the auras online for the team? What's taking priority here?
I don't think so. I think we see him
build
go.
for yourself.
You build for yourself.
You get the Echo, the Harpoon.
That's what I've seen at least, but they're actually getting aggro. The catch connects.
The dispose.
They should have him.
And indeed, he's in another spell off there, but not enough to survive. Quinn finishes him off, and we'll be very thankful for that rotation from Seleri.
Yep. He said, good luck. Okay, cool. You got a physical barrier. I'll just give you a 300 damage power shot to the face. Good rotation there from Seleri. I mean, a very good one too, honestly, because Quinn, now he's going to start to pull a little bit ahead there of Malron. And now he's not going to hit 6 before Quinn, right? I think that was actually pretty crucial there from Seleri to make this rotation to protect Quinn. And DyrachYO wasn't pressured during it either, so cool. Does mean Amar, he's going to be set up for success again in this game. Did have a pretty damn good performance on the Razor last time too.
And they're going to go for the rotation top here, Entity. They're bringing Kataomi to help out.
Should have Ace.
They go in for Ace, they'll get him. Fishman at the same time, he's going to be quick to TP over towards the mid. Looks like it was a bit concerned about maybe Quinn diving in aggressively. Did indeed try and make an aggressive play there with the focus fire.
That's a good rotation too. Even oh, it doesn't connect. Oh my goodness, one hit.
It did, actually did. How are they doing on the regen? He's got none himself, Watson. Has Kataomi got any to bring him? He has got a salve and a tango if he wants to pass it over. So we'll top Watson off a little bit, but still not a great spot for the Sven to be in.
He's just keeping him super low.
He gets caught by another Splinter Blast, so not even able to get the full sort of heal from that salve. He's going to be kept sat pretty low, and Seleri's wrapping in from the tree line. With the blood grenade, the shards will stop Seleri from closing the gap onto Watson. Ace turns towards Kataomi, but will get glimpsed back by Fishman.
Tommy.
They're trying to bring Seleri down, but
tag team's back up.
They're standing his ground quite well. And they're trying to quite have the damage to push for the kills in return, Entity.
Keeping Watson very low though. Those levels down bottom. Only level 4 on DyrachYO. Amara getting closer and closer to 6. Could definitely see the potential of even like these solo kills that Amara is able to get. Rotations starting to come out. Seleri and DyrachYO, they're here. They're trying to punish Amara.
Seleri's got the lead in.
But here comes Kataomi.
He's ready to try and assist. Tag team pop, they turn towards Seleri.
Uh-oh, DyrachYO.
Kick out, and indeed Amar, he'll live through this easily and clean up the 2 of them. Double kill for Amar. I mean, they were ready to set up that entire play right, Entity, because they had this ward on the Twin Gate. They knew that this play was coming in, and they were more than happy to let it happen because they knew that they could turn it around. Sure, they don't mind at all that Kataomi goes down there. It's Amar cleaning up.
And Fishman, he's actually able to sneak into the enemy side, denies the Wisdom Rune, and takes his away too. So again, Gaimin Gladiators, just like last game, they did not get themselves a Wisdom Rune at the 7-minute mark. And them, I think that was a bit bold of them trying to go for Amar there. You know, going for the Viper with this under-level gyrocopter. Definitely a risk.
Yeah, it's so easy for Amar to just stand his ground and turn, especially when there's a Tusk nearby.
Yep, that little things all matter, right? The buff, the attack speed slow, even on the Tusk tag team, plus all this from the Viper. Now DyrachYO's probably like, I do not want to go down near Amar. He will just get solo killed consistently if he does show his face.
I mean, I don't really know who goes down there as Gaimin Gladiators to try and tackle this fight. They kind of have to ignore him.
They're going to have to bring numbers, but right now the numbers, they're in mid for Entity, Quinn.
They're going to trap him in the kinetic field. tOfu's ready to help out as well. They're trying for Kataomi. Looking towards the 2 supports first. Glimpse back on Seleri. Marion standing his ground. He's got an Astral Step to play with. He's soon going to have enough for a couple of them. He's going to jump
triple
right across the 3 of them. That'll pop Seleri. Now with the snowball, it's going to dodge the power shot. They close the gap on Quinn. Another Astral Step. Cold Embrace will help out a little bit, but it surely won't save him. He's got the Wind Run, but the Remnant's laid down. Wind Run will come to an end. He's trapped by the shard, dragged back by the glimpse. It's a slow, painful death, but it's still a death as Marion gets the cleanup double kill as Entity. Once again, as in Game 1's first 10 minutes, they're coming in with the outplay.
Some gorgeous spellcasting there coming out from the 2 supports who are higher level because of that Wisdom Rune too, so definitely causing an effect there already in the mid. And as we see, Amar not only pressuring tower, but he's even looking for a dive play, just pushing DyrachYO out of jungle.
Yeah, really.
Look at this triple hit.
Just really nice patience from Marion there. He, of course, had the mana. He could have Astral Step whenever he wanted, but just waiting for that opportune moment to make the most out of that last bit of mana that he had to play with.
It was actually a quad one, right? Because he got the courier even too with it. That was actually picture perfect. Beautiful stuff. And now Seleri, definitely not a place you want to be.
You don't want to come down it.
Nope.
Amar, he'll kill anybody.
Holy crap. He has
He'll
treads
kill anyone.
and a Dragon Lance already with double Wraithband stick. 5k net worth pre-10.
I think the only way they kill him is if they bring sort of like 3 heroes down. One of them has to be Quinn. I think outside of that, you don't have the damage to take this Viper down. And even then, if Amar has any sort of backup, he's probably still going to be able to turn. This is an incredibly scary part of the game if you want to try and fight this Viper. He's in such a strong position, 5k net worth. You don't want to go anywhere near him.
No. I mean, yeah, Quinn, he's going to have to be the one that if anybody wants to go down there, but this tower is already pretty much dropping. A 3k lead. Watson has absolute freedom to just go to the jungle. Have they been doing some stacks? Yes, they have been. He's got some big ones around the Ancients.
Yeah, definitely an improvement on the early game from last time, because I think game 1, 10 minutes in, they had the kill lead, but the gold is kind of even. This time around, 3k gold lead against Gaimin Gladiators. That's got to feel pretty good for Entity.
The Entity are killers, as we've seen. Last game, they were 37-17 when they lost. They were still the ones constantly going for these plays all around the map. And yeah, Amar just absolutely
They're bringing the numbers down. They want to try and do something about this Viper. We'll see if they succeed. It's not going to be easy.
Tower's already pretty much dead. And yep, Entity, they're actually going to bring the numbers as well. They're even bringing it Malrone down here with the shield rune.
Such a hard play to make as Gaimin Gladiators.
5 heroes for Gladiators.
They're going to try. They're going in with a focus fire, but Amar's already been able to turn with the Viper strike on towards Quinn. They turn, they get the static storm, the kinetic field down. Astral step forward, they've been able to burst through Quinn, burst through Seleri. They're also going to be able to get Ace by looks like Holding Brace comes out from tOfu. It's not going to save him. Ace is going to go down. tOfu will manage to TP out. But it's 3 heroes dying. I mean, when they try and make a move like that, Fogged, it really feels like Gaimin Gladiators, they don't quite know what to do in this position.
They're feeling desperate.
The chances of that working out were so low.
They're feeling, I mean, it does feel like they're feeling super desperate. This is not even a Midas, it's like a brown boot, glove, a haste, Omni, TPing down. They bring 4 heroes. They're still low level. Look at the supports. Level 5 Wyvern, level 5 Marcy.
Some low HP jungling here from DyrachYO. I mean,
Kataomi, he might be able to get him.
He's gonna have eyes on him.
He's got a punch.
He's in with a snowball. In comes Uno.
Oh!
Can't quite get the punch off. Good dispose from Seleri. Will make sure that Kataomi doesn't have a chance of taking down DyrachYO. DyrachYO will be saved.
Probably saved his life.
They've got a huge Viper problem right now.
I think so.
Hero one.
I think DyrachYO is actually okay. I didn't notice he had Spark of Courage, so he actually had 23 armor. The punch would have probably done nothing. But a good move anyway from Seleri is Entity dominating this early game. Watson has full freedom. 100 last hits now on this Sven.
Yep.
Gyro, not a lot of places to go now at this point. It's going to be tough for Gaimin to stabilize this time around. They've got big stacks, but as we've seen, Entity, they have full control of all the runes and full control of all the pressure at this point. Amar, he's found his next target. The next objective is that mid tower.
I'm definitely feeling like Gaimin Gladiators is going to have to take a similar approach as they did off the back of the early game in Game 1 to get themselves back in on this Gaimin Gladiators. This is just all Entity so far, and even more so than it was in these early moments of Game 1. Entity with quite the lead.
tOfu, caught again, still level 5. Tommy even looking for another catch here. Do they have the shards? Not quite able to. They have so much catch. This lineup, we always talk about it when we're mentioning the Disruptor in particular, right? When you start getting the ball rolling, you're going to keep it going and going and going with these glimpses. Like, they just keep going for these kills, and anyone who shows from Gaimin Gladiators is likely to get set up. Or look, bottom tower taken out, onto mid, it's almost dead. Now they're shifting toward top with Amar as well, too. Yeah, this Viper is something they just don't have an answer for by any means. DyrachYO just needs a lot more time, and even then...
They just have to avoid fights and farm up.
Yeah. And even then, though, the thing is, DyrachYO, like, there's going to be tons of answers for him. The Viper's constantly going to throw the ult onto him. Sven has Warcry to block a lot of this damage, too. So much damage is non-existent there from Gaimin Gladiators. This tier 1's all falling.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
And see. Absolute killers right now. Smoke up.
The one other Wisdom Rune. I mean, they're just really constricting the map, constricting any type of space.
They might catch Ace here. They're probably going to be happy to dive to tier 2. I don't think they have much to fear. They'll just jump straight in. Static Storm, God Strength. They'll make sure it's a quick kill.
This is going to be one of the tougher recovers, I'd imagine, here for Gaimin Gladiators. Ace is not really on a hero that's a playmaker either. Usually it's him that ends up like making some crazy moves around to open up the map at all. He's an Omni Knight who's not really had any success in the laning phase. He has a Midas.
I mean, he bought that Midas earlier. He didn't even use the first charge, so it's actually going to get to the point where it's going to be a passive Midas for a few seconds on him.
tOfu, he's actually able to get the Wisdom Rune at the least, but another death. A full Hurricane Pike, I believe, is about to be finished up already for Amar.
You can see the big old number 2 on Ace's Midas. That always feels bad. He's got to get out and pop it. There we go.
Okay.
A little bit of lost efficiency.
A blink on Watson. How is DyrachYO still level 9? And Quinn's not playing like Earthshaker. It's the same thing too for like a Gyrocopter. DyrachYO, in order to farm, yes, this is still one of those very fast farmers, but he has to show himself if he wants to. As TB, you send him images and illusions and stuff like that. So the risk for DyrachYO of getting caught is constantly going to be there on the map. With all the pressure that Entity's been able to apply, just all these towers taken out, they have freedom to move around. Yeah, Quinn, he's going to go for down that Maelstrom route, but
not an easy hero to recover on.
Definitely not. Hero that you definitely want to have kind of the snowball potential on. Oh, it could be an interesting item build if Malrone does commit for it too. He's got the a very early Nullifier. It's a really good game for it versus the Omni and the Wind Ranger. That could be pretty cool if he does want to.
And I think, you know, he can get away with this.
Why not?
Because they can't catch him, right? He can go fully aggressive with his build.
Yeah.
Very difficult for them to trap the Void Spirit. Gonna put the Arcane.
There's backup here. Gaming, as soon as they see Amar, they're like, uh-oh. The Viper.
Oh, good angle though. They get the glimpse back. Fishman having the vision.
Jeez, 15-2.
It's just proven to be too easy for Entity to get the kills right now.
I'm watching bottom. Watson was actually potentially looking for a solo jump onto Quinn there. He had the God Strength pre-prepped on the high ground. Pressure everywhere. Gaming unable to really find farm at all. I'm watching, it's really just like the Midas and like a power shot used to get any type of farm anywhere. Entity constricting them completely.
A wyvern's breath.
And the thing is, this game round as well, you know, Gaimin Gladiators are going to have to eventually try and tackle Entity head-on. They don't have the lineup for that sort of split-push rat play that was able to kind of turn things around in that game 1. That's just not here this time. It's not an option.
And their scaling definitely doesn't feel as good either when they're at this much of a deficit. The Wind Ranger can scale at some moments, but usually it's when you're playing from ahead. This is just severely playing from behind versus quite a few things that are going to pierce through your win run. That punch, always the Viper Strike, plus the spells coming out from the Void Spirit. And this definitely looks to be set up for a very, very difficult game for Gaimin Gladiators in the next 10 minutes.
Super difficult for them to just step up and go for creep waves. They'll find Fishman.
Good pickoff. Can they get more out of it? Looks like it's not going to be the case. Amar will back away. DyrachYO soon having his Aghanims though, so all things considered, not horrendous, but when you look at the comparison of him to Watson...
look how much money Watson got. Yeah, this is some crazy farm.
Yeah, I mean, usually
crazy
you see...
farm on the Sven.
Usually you see like the Gyro having the treads plus the small clip, plus that Aghanims, usually it's like 14, even earlier than that, something, so...
On top. Kataomi's going to get the catch.
Another one. Monster kill for Amar. And love the way that he's itemizing too. He's gone for his aggressive build. Now he's going for a bit of, I mean, it is a defensive build, but it's also a kind of an aggressive one too, because you're just so tanky if you're able to get the Halberd. And he's playing versus 2 range cores, so it's going to be phenomenal.
Pretty much in these fights, if you can get Viper Strike down onto one of them, the Gyro, the Wind Ranger, and the Halberd on the other.
Yep.
That's pretty much most of Gaimin Gladiators' damage gone in the team fight.
And looking at their damage overall too, it's going to take still a lot more time, a lot more items for the side of Gaming to have any realms to be able to kill Amar. He's 2,200 HP on strength treads with 18 armor. And yeah, further itemizing to get the progression of getting these kills. A Blink Stun on Kataomi, and just constantly getting these D-wards. Another pick.
Catch on Seleri.
Thank you.
The map just terrifying for Gaimin Gladiators right now. They're having to try and split up to get farm, and I guess at the least for them, as long as it's a support going down, they won't feel too bad, but overall, they're definitely not feeling great.
They have, like, they can't even access their Ancients at all. The way that Entity's been playing, they've been sitting in that area, and then they have wards on the bottom side, so they literally have all the information. I mean, look where Ace is farming. That's pretty indicative of what's going on, right? He has bots Midas, and he's playing all the way on the top side of the map, so he knows that there's just no realms of them being able to fight for probably the next 8 minutes or something like that.
They just want to keep the game going.
Yeah. They need to hope for some overextensions, but so far, Entity.
Farm it up.
Yeah, super clean game. Full BKB on Watson. Level 16.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Just no pressure onto this Sven whatsoever. And now they're looking to fight. Okay.
Marin starts it. Is this ready with the two-man Astral Step? They go across. They manage to get the Static Storm down over the two. The Watson jumps in with the stun to clean things up. They've killed off the two. The ult is there, which will cause the death of Maureen, but the rest of Gaimin Gladiators, they've got to run. Quinn, he'll manage to get out with the TP. Find something there with the curse from tOfu, but of course overall, still a favourable trade there for Entity.
A really nice jump there from Maureen. A full Aghanim's finished up there, so it just jumps, gets the connection on two. They get the static connection onto probably the two perfect targets as well too. Watson, he'll kill his stand-in, but you know what? That's worth it. Great initiation. DyrachYO looks like a creep. Just disintegrated in seconds there from Watson.
It's so hard for them to take these team fights head on. Yeah. You can feel that Gaimin Gladiators, they definitely must feel themselves they're running out of options. They're trying to make these moves that, again, just have so low chance of working out, but they've got to try it. Otherwise, they're just going to have to sit back and watch their base get taken.
Yeah.
With the lead that Entity's getting there. They have to kind of go for these opportunities and just try and see if maybe they catch Entity split up. But so far, Entity, they've just not been making mistakes this game.
Nope, another catch, Seleri. 0 and 9 on the Marcy. Half of the deaths.
Wow. It's a rough one for him.
Look at him, Marcy.
It's a rough
walking
one for the whole of them.
Walking through a tier 2.
Hurricane piking up to the high ground. This might cost him his life. And it will.
It will.
But maybe it will set something up for them. As they're in onto DreamLeague, they will indeed. Oh, maybe not. DreamLeague's still alive. He's walking away from them. This might be a bit of a turn.
Holy.
The cold embrace is there. The heel comes out.
He's caught by another shackle.
I mean, it was a bit of an aggressive move from Amar. Walking past the tier 2, shoving himself up to the high ground with a hurricane pike. And it... Well, I mean, if that happens again, maybe the win's back on the table for Gaimin Gladiators.
Perhaps.
I think they've got to... Entity's probably going to be looking at Amar and saying, please, don't do that again.
He got what shackled, right? It got caught on the shackle, so... Did he get the halberd up? He did, but I actually didn't see. Did it get... I actually didn't even see what happened to the halberd. But either way, he gets brought down almost
Great
instantly.
saves, great heals onto DyrachYO. I think people Ace and tOfu just doing everything they can to keep DyrachYO alive in that fight and allow him to kick out the damage that he did.
And look at the minimap during all this too. I'm looking at Watson all the way on the right side. He's like, what the hell is going on over there, guys?
That is definitely one of those moments indeed where Watson he's like, what's going on? What the hell just happened? Why has the entirety of my team just died beyond the tier 2?
Definitely, I mean, they're still in a comfortable spot, but definitely nothing you want to do versus Gaimin Gladiators. No, one or two more of those versus a team like Gaimin, versus the best team in the world, and it could cost you it, so.
You can get away with one of them.
You can get away with one.
Considering the lead that they have.
Yeah, Amar will allow that one. Just one, though.
Just not again.
No. I mean, Watson is still almost level 20, so he is an absolute beast.
Yeah, they're making space.
That's okay. Yeah, fair enough. We'll allow that.
That's what I do.
I was on the Viper.
21 range still. 6k lead. They'll get the Roshan.
But yeah, that gold lead went from what? What was it at? Almost
about 10, 11k.
Yeah, I think it hit almost 12 at the absolute highest, but... Okay, and they'll give it to Maureen. He is the one who's just jumping in and starting the fight, so I do like that anyway. And, you know, Sven got transformation kind of hero, so usually not the most prime Aegis carrier. Back to business, though. I think Entity still can apply this pressure, just have to be careful of how they do it, and maybe want to have Watson in the area, just in case if they're going to walk through tier 2s.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
The high ground push could be difficult. I mean, definitely down to the fact that DyrachYO, once he has the Satanic, the fact that he has a Wyvern, an Omni, and a Master with Psychic behind him. There are so many ways that Gaimin Gladiators can just keep this gyro alive in the fights.
And also, Ace, I saw he had BKB queued up, but I guess after that last fight, he's feeling confident. He actually has a full Aghanims.
Okay.
So now the position, yeah, he can just pop this Guardian Angel from pretty much anywhere to protect his buddies.
Sure.
So that could be cool, but... Oh, I mean, Mountain, we did say that he did go for like the Aghanims and stuff like that. So actually, the Nullifier is going to come out way later to go for any type of Dispel, so... Okay. Looks like Gaming, they're starting to see a path, perhaps, to be able to have success. Because, yeah, like you said, breaking high ground for Entity is still going to be a little bit complicated versus this Winter Wyvern and everything.
Yeah, you had to kind of get rid of all of these heroes that are buffing up and keeping the gyro alive. Otherwise, DyrachYO would just hold his position on the high ground and put the push to an end.
Watson, full Silver Edge. So should be in pretty much every one of these fights now. Also, I think Malrun's gotten almost every single power rune. He's got himself another arcane rune to work with. They're gonna smoke. They want to get some catch out of this. They know that Gaming is starting to get quite a bit of space on the map here. So looking to continue this pressure. Amar, did he buy? I was wondering if he's gonna buy the shard. Because I think that's one way that perhaps that they could look to force the high ground. He actually buys a Ghost Scepter just for protection, but I wouldn't even mind if he does go for that, just so they can start taking out these towers so the Sven doesn't actually have to be the Sieger. But we'll see what route he wants to go for. Maybe he just wants to try to get it from the Tormentor.
Looks like they're hunting for Quinn and tOfu.
tOfu is hiding on the side here, but Watson does have a glimpse of him.
This good Silver Edge purchase might allow him to close the gap.
They had a sentry down already, though. tOfu, he's sneaky.
Nice spot in the tree line to get out. Same to be said for Quinn.
Oh, what a sentry. Just that one sentry there on the left side, able to just see that Sven running in. More and more time being bought here for the side of Gaimin Gladiators. And Amar is pretty far up right now.
He's stepping up alone.
Nice Pike.
He'll get out this time.
Pike's toward his Sven, I like that. Fish? Okay. I mean, he's baiting Quinn.
Quinn's going to get caught by the Halberd and the Viper Strike from Amar. It's a missile heading the way of Amar, but he has got a lot of backup around him.
Watson.
They can look to take this fight. Watson, he's going to be able to open up towards tOfu. The GA comes out. tOfu's going to be kept safe. Marion has to jump out with the Astral.
They're resetting nicely away from this GA. Actually, don't lose anything, Watson.
Fishman find the glimpse.
He wants to go back in. Ooh.
Didn't quite get it onto DreamLeague in time. They need some sort of vision on the high ground if they want to try and go for the chase. Watson,
he's on him.
He's going to be able to get the stun over tOfu. He takes out Seleri. A clean execution there. The two supports. Now he can turn towards the core. Godstrength's out. They're taking out a third of them. DyrachYO, he's standing his ground, healing up with the Satanic, but he caught with the pullback of the Remnant.
Healing Lotus.
Still healing up a little bit more.
Not enough.
It's not enough to keep him alive. DyrachYO goes down. Entity. They'll force the fight.
Sick play from Watson. Really identifying the fact, yeah, they're definitely tipping. I mean, what a flank. He gets right on top of both supports, takes him out, forces tOfu's buyback. He actually even forced the Guardian Angel at the start of the fight before that, too, from jumping tOfu. Watson.
Yeah, making some really nice work happen with the Silver Edge pickup.
Yeah. He's very active carry, as we saw even on the Muerta, right? He's just like, he was running and leading the charge looking for these type of catches, and he finds the prime one both times.
Yeah, look at that. I mean, the Dream 2 to find right. tOfu in particular. They want to eliminate that Wyvern. No Cold Embraces, no Winter's Curses to deal with.
Yeah, DyrachYO actually was standing a little bit tall during that Satanic, but the damage just starts to ramp up. Look at those debuffs, halberds, etc. being thrown onto him.
Yeah, a little too much for him to deal with, especially when he's outnumbered.
Gift from the tempest of battle.
After that clean start to the fight for Entity. 25-9, and Entity back up to a 13k lead.
Back in that comfortable position. The Gem also, I think they purchased that one from earlier too, to keep constricting the map. And Malrine, or Malrone, whatever, he's getting very close to that Nullifier, so... PC club time finished. Oh. He has to go put more money, I think, for the computer.
Oh, put mistakes. Okay. Okay, just topping up the PC.
Yep.
Should be fine.
Their smiles this time around. They know they're feeling quite a bit more confident than that last game, I would imagine. Looking at just even the levels and everything, the way they've been able to apply pressure. Sven, 22. DyrachYO still only that 17. Still lacking damage.
Definitely feels like Gaimin Gladiators, they kind of need another mistake to happen from Entity, but so far it was just that one bit of an awkward fight around the tier 2 on the top lane. Other than that, it's been a clean game from Entity.
Ooh, and Amar actually. Okay, let's see if he does commit for this.
I mean, E-Blade, it's going to give another option, right, to sort of save people and to just sort of make life very hard for this Gyro and Wind Ranger.
Yeah, not a hater.
At the end of the day, sort of AC can kind of bail one of them out of it, but Elsewhere, somebody's getting disarmed. Someone's just, one of these two cores is not going to be able to get the physical damage out.
No, and the damage does become absolutely insane. You get E-bladed and Viper Strike. Like you're taking when he has a 20 talent, it actually does so much damage. 230 times 6 with the E-blade effect on you too. So, and any of the amp that you get from any of your poison attack too. So yeah, it can be pretty ridiculous. And that ability has been buffed quite a lot.
It has, yeah.
Yeah, the 80 initial attack slow. That was one thing that when I remember when I first got hit by it, when it first got added, I was like, wait, what the hell? That used to be the level 3 ult that did that, so.
I wonder if we'll consider the Ags. I mean, he hasn't got it queued up at the moment, but can be also another answer to, you have this AoE disarm.
Yep, absolutely. Could be a possibility. Maybe later down the lines.
Yeah.
We see Watson also, he's queued up the Nullifier. Super good this game, as we've mentioned, versus Repel, GA, Win Run, etc. Yeah, they're feeling confident. Look at these. I mean, they're just chat winning like crazy.
See if Gaimin Gladiators can get the turnaround. But Entity, they've got everything to play for here. They lose this game, that's the end of their tournament run. Down here in the lower bracket and down 1 game already against Gaimin Gladiators.
New after game check.
You're a beautiful person until you make a personality.
I don't know.
No.
I have no idea.
I'm guessing he's just toying with Fishman.
Probably.
Maybe Fishman typed something a bit silly and then he's like, check his replay. He's trying to get his mate in trouble. But either way, if you check his replay, you can't see the team chat.
No.
And you can't hear the team chat.
And I'm sure Quinn has all of them muted anyway, so he can't even see anything that's...
They probably all have them muted.
I actually like this itemization a little bit better. We were mentioning like the Nullifier and stuff like that.
I think he could have got away with it, but the silence is just pretty
too good.
It's pretty destroying, right? For these cores, the supports, right? They're trying to get the saves off.
Even just getting on the Omni Knight too, right? Like if he just prevents the Omni from getting a spell or 2 off. That's really
don't
huge.
need to nullify any spells if they can't cast them.
Precisely. What's the reason? They said it.
I mean, he said he was topping up his PC right with some money, but maybe there's a bit of a queue at the counter,
It could be.
It's waiting to...
They're processing. He refill PC.
Refill the PC.
He need refill. People are gonna find out. They're gonna find where Watson is. They're gonna start watching him, right? He's in a PC
How can they find out
right?
where he is?
He's in a PC cafe though, right?
Oh, but from his webcam. I saw the people on the internet.
You never know. There's people can find anything.
Look at the
right?
background and be like, gosh, he's sat in the 3rd row of the PC cafe on the 5th floor.
I mean, that would be a blessing, though, right?
Now.
Would you like to see the rank 1, only 13,000 MMR
He's still
player?
rank 1.
I believe so. Last I checked, I think he's the only 13,000 MMR player at the moment. 2, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, Entity as a team, they always tend to have an incredibly high overall average MMR right this
Yeah, let's see what this
the high MMR players.
What are we looking like right now? Let me check.
Who's number 1? Watson.
Yeah, still Watson, then BZM. Doesn't say the number.
Marion's rank 5.
Yeah, he's still 5.
And Amar's rank 8.
And Mar rank 8.
So they got 3 at the minute.
Wait, tOfu's 11?
Oh, tOfu's grinding.
Holy moly. tOfu's ahead of Quinn. We found a new mid. Okay, we're good. Let's go.
Time to put tOfu in the mid. Let's go.
I know, right?
Oh, I'd down to see some.
How
I bet he could play some mid.
tOfu rank 11. Oh, damn. The boss. All right. Back into the midst.
PC topped up.
PC top.
Good to go.
Game state, as we said, still very comfortable position here for Entity. For the side of gaming. Gonna need quite a bit more items, quite a bit more to be able to still battle through this. DyrachYO, it's still quite weak.
Still sticking with the general build-up on Jara, but could always be a bit of an opening for a rapier down the line this game.
It might feel it. It might feel like it pretty soon. Oh, Watson gets blessed with my favorite tier 3 neutral. Divine Shell has been picked up.
Oh yeah, I love that one.
Oh yeah.
Any sort of melee core, it just feels fantastic.
It's amazing.
Great stats and a great effect.
And if you have Echo Saber, you're like triple hitting people in a lot of situations. It does everything, right? DyrachYO.
Reciprocity?
Reciprocity.
That sounds American.
That might be the American saying, but I thought that's how I used to say it. Reciprocity. Because it's reciprocate, right?
Reciprocate
is the verb.
Reciprocity.
Because that's the act of reciprocating.
That doesn't sound right.
No, it's right.
All
right, whatever.
I think you're right. Reciprocity.
Whatever. We're not English majors. Quinn! We'll find a pickoff. Pretty big one, actually. Does he get the last hit? No, tOfu does. But either way, Quinn, closer and closer to our Aghanim's. Oh, that actually could be a little bit annoying, right? That Aghanim's is actually pretty good versus all this physical damage as well, too.
Sure. Sure, I would say the thing...
He needs 25 at some point, though, because
yeah.
he's going to be starting to get dispelled eventually, so that's quite a ways away, but...
And I think it's honestly, the catch has just been really like Fishman. He's been getting us to great kinetic fields.
He has.
And static storms. I think sort of last fight, he sort of caught 3 of them in it, especially the fight down bottom. So this Disruptor's been quite a nightmare, as it always has been. A Fishman Disruptor, that, you know, going back the years, that's something that we've always seen patch to patch come out from him.
There was quite a phase where versus Entity, you'd see the Undying and Disruptor banned every single game because that was just the Fishman classic to just beat, to just win. So, yeah. Definitely seeing the reason why they do like to play it. Amar also gets blessed with a Defiant Shell.
Yeah, he's beefy. Well, there's a couple of Wraith bands in the farm that he has in that shell. It's about 36 armor.
Yeah, how many Defiants?
4 armor, sorry.
3 of them? Okay. Wait a minute. Auron, are you still carrying a tier 1?
What?
He'll replace it soon. He's about to have his Nullifier finished up too, so perhaps the timing there that Entity was looking for while things were slowing down. DyrachYO is trickling back up, though, the Daedalus. It's done.
Is.
Quinn has an Ags.
Yeah, DyrachYO, he's carried harder games in the past.
This is true. We've seen quite a bit of turns in this tournament, especially. We've seen 18,000 gold swing, 20k gold swings, mega creep comebacks. But Entity looking to strike with this next big timing, as we said. The Nullifier finished up. And Watson did deviate.
Look at this observer. They just watched under this observer top.
Okay.
The 3 of them had just passed by here, so Entity, you know, they've got the numbers. They've just seen the 3 of Gaimin Gladiators step up for this. And here we go. Watson comes straight around to Ace. Ace just immediately deleted. They've got the full control there onto DyrachYO. Is there anything can be done to save this Jari? He's trying to lifesteal against the 3 of them, but the damage from Watson's far too high.
Perfect targeting again.
They just weren't ready for that observer ward to be there at 30 minutes in on the game.
I mean, look, Watson, look, it's just I feel like he always knows the target to go for, but yeah, he gets the vision of Ace, and it's just instant deletion. Ace isn't able to get a single spell off there.
Yeah, Watson's initiation's perfect every single fight.
Watson will back away, and he is. Okay, he switched, so he did have Nullifier, but maybe expecting that the Butterfly eventually would come out.
7k gold.
Yeah, he might just buy that MKB because it's going to counteract the potential Butterfly from the Gyro eventually and the win run. So he's already got Nullifier on his body, so whatever. I think I do prefer that actually for the potential eventual Butterfly that comes out from Gyro. And push. Do they want to commence for this one here? The Shard now was picked up, I believe, from Amar, so I think he can actually start sieging. Because I think for Sven, it's just an awkward sieging hero at times, so if he can just kind of sit back waiting for jumps and just let Amar be that sieger, that probably just looks cleaner for the side of Entity.
Yeah, for sure, especially when you're pushing into supports like this Winter Wyvern, right? A good curse from tOfu could cause Watson to kill off a fellow teammate pretty easy.
Oh, absolutely. And I do like looking at Kataomi too. So they're starting to build the answers to ways to break high ground. Also, Kataomi's going for an Aghanim's, so potential to punt people out of the base and stuff like that if he's able to.
And he changed up again. Watson, he opts for survival, gets the Satanic.
Okay, lots of change ups. Cool.
I guess wants to make sure he's going to be able to have the chance to stand his ground against DyrachYO.
Sure.
With his own Satanic and the state again that DyrachYO is in. The Butterfly, if it does come, it's not going to come too soon.
That's true.
It's going to still be a bit of time until.
Oh boy. Oh, and 25 Sven with an ED rune for this next fight. Heroes are going to get deleted.
You don't want to be signing up for this fight if you're Gaimin Gladiators, and you've seen that.
Unless you can get a curse next to the Sven. DyrachYO kind of baiting forward. Will they be able to save him in time? Amar thinking about it.
Smoke from the Gladiators.
Claiming
The
high ground.
Wards down. DyrachYO Smoke's going to get dispelled. Check out that high ground over the cooldown. He's going to step straight in towards Amar. Amar's able to turn with a Halberd. Viper Strike as well on towards DyrachYO. The GA's
He's
out.
nullified.
Static Storm is there. They'll prompt the curse here onto Fishman. Fishman taking a beat down here from both Watson and Kataomi. He'll go down. They've got the stun as well on towards Watson. Watson is caught by the stun. DyrachYO's in with the damage, but Watson's able to pop the BKB. Pop the Gold Strength and the Satanic is healing up. Watson's going to live. DyrachYO and Seleri both go down. As Entity, they'll hold the fight. They'll look towards Quinn, nullified down, a couple of hits from Watson, and Quinn, he's out for good. 3 dead.
That's all he
Gladiators.
needs. Just a couple hits. That's really all Watson needs. I think 3 or 4 swings total in that fight. 4,600 damage.
Straight into Roche, they can pick up this Aegis, and they might just have the time to run down one of these lanes.
Oh, that's pretty cool, actually. So I need to actually see what was going on. I mean, okay, it's after the fact, but whatever, I'm not going to mention it, but decent from DyrachYO to kind of stand his ground there for a second there, but then as soon as Watson, that stun wears off.
I mean, was a bit of a risky blink in there from Watson. We saw he did jump in and into the curse and then sort of caused the death of Fishman, but it pays off. He doesn't quite die. He's able to live. He's able to heal back up and clean the fight up once again.
And they can do the roast, and in the meanwhile, Amar is actually pushing while Watson is looking for this type of kill.
Tiff can do it on his own. Couple of crits, maybe. Well, looks like he should be able to kite him out. Pushes whoop, with the psychic headband. Out he goes with the blink.
But the buildings.
He'll get away. Indeed, back in the bottom lane. I mean, Amar's taking a bit of a beating here from Quinn.
Nice E-blade.
He's able to turn. Quinn's maybe in trouble. The sentry chop down there, in with the snowball. They're able to get the kickback as well. Quinn, he's in a whole world of pain here. They get the punch up. He's got the BKB. Quinn getting healed up. Unable to save it. Quinn's gonna live. He's able to turn with the shackle shot. Quinn's still alive. Finally dodged the static storm, but he got a lot of damage done. They bring down Amar. They look towards Kataomi. The Ogre Steel Totem's there. As Kataomi is able to push away. Fishman out with the CP in the trees. The rest of Entity back off. They do get Quinn, but it does cost them the kill. Yeah, Amar goes down.
Who passed Amar that cheese? I didn't see who it was. I think Malrone jumped in, handed him the cheese in the midst of the fight there, and actually pops him off so they do get the finish up off the Quinn. I think Quinn actually survives there.
Maori's inventory was pretty full, though.
I didn't see who. Maybe it was the... I don't know, actually. I missed it at the last second there. But
check it out.
I don't think he had it in his inventory.
He did not. No cheese on him at the moment.
So who passed it to him? Maybe Kataomi? Because this is split second.
You're right. No, it's on Maori at the moment. See at the top right.
Because look at how quick it was. Ready? Like, he jumps in, hands it to him.
Hands it to it. You're right, Maori.
That was badass.
It's a good effort to try and save him. Definitely means that you could live a little longer to cause a bit more issues for Quinn, but he still gets taken.
Yeah.
Everybody on Gaimin Gladiators is able to fully focus the Viper and make sure they get the trade. 1-for-1 there.
Cool little plays, though. I love seeing those type of things. Watson on the aggressive charge again here. Level 26. Fishman also getting closer and closer toward that Aghanim, so more and more devastating items that Entity is approaching.
Yeah, these static storms already have been quite the nightmare.
How's DyrachYO's timing looking? Almost a butterfly. Then, maybe we will see the Rapier in this type of game.
I think it's got to be right.
I mean, for me it feels like it, but...
So it's not one of those games where, Lincoln's isn't really going to do much right. There's too much to pop it. I mean, does he need to play the BKB? He did momentarily queue up the nullify himself, but maybe that's because he was trying to click on the relic and misclick. So, Rapier. That's what we want to see. I think so.
Because, the nullifier overall, when you think about it, once he gets shard on the Sven, it's kind of just non-existent because you're just undispellable for the Warcry. So, because I can understand a nullifier if that shard didn't exist. Because Warcry is really, really devastating for Gyro, but... at the moment, Watson doesn't have it, but he has more than enough gold to be able to just buy it at any point.
Yeah. And would you say this game is playable without BKB for DyrachYO?
He just has to take the risk because I don't think he has space to be able to get it.
Get kicked back pretty deep here. tOfu tries to step up to help him out, but he gets taken down.
DyrachYO.
GA comes out. tOfu immediately in with a buyback. It's the butterfly delivered and done. DyrachYO able to get the pickup. Watson's going to jump back in with the stun. They get another glimpse back. DyrachYO, he needs help, and he needs it now. Cold Embrace is there, but he's getting fully focused down by the Viper. Amar dishing out so much magical damage. DyrachYO's gone, and he's not got buyback. He's out for 80. Entity then push up to the high ground, punch up over towards Quinn. Quinn trying to run, but he gets kicked back into the midst of the action. Triple kill for Amar.
He did all the damage in that fight. If Watson was controlled the whole time, but Amar just dishing it out through that Cold Embrace.
Yeah, I think one of those situations as well that it's a hard call to make, but maybe if he wasn't Cold Embrace, he might have been able to rely a bit more on the Satanic Heal and then the sidekick. Either way, probably going to get blown up. It was a very difficult position to play out of. They're pushing onto the tier 4s. It's going to force out some of these buybacks. Ace buys back, but as I say, no buyback available for DyrachYO or Quinn.
Amar is continuing, getting the poison stacks on the tower.
That is. Whoa! Ace!
Okay.
He jumps in, takes out Amar, and he's trying to walk it off back towards the base. He's got the heal in from the Cold Embrace of tOfu.
Amar's back. Boots of travel.
He's going to be able to get revenge here with the help of the rest of Entity as they do indeed take Ace down. And now Ace is out for 100. The tier 4's got Seleri. He's looking for the disposal to Maori, but not quite able to get him back into the fountain. Caught on the front. Another Cold Embrace from tOfu. tOfu, Ogre Steel Totem back to the fountain. He'll heal up. But outside, they'll lose Seleri. The Ancient being focused. It is over. GG is called. Entity will take N2.